hope you're having a great time wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I'm just not sleepy. I don't know what is wrong with me. I've been wondering for myself, like I've been thinking and wondering what is wrong with me. Why am I not able to sleep? But at least for now, I can say I'm close to finding the answer, or maybe I have the answer, because I just don't know. Like, I have not been sleeping for like 4 weeks. I've not been sleeping for 4 weeks. And to me, right now, I feel like it's a sign to me to like just do something, like work on myself, or maybe pray, or maybe just do anything. I don't know, like, you know, something productive. And I decided, since I'm not sleepy, you guys will have to be waiting for my videos, and I'll be pouring in a lot. I will pouring a lot, so be ready to be emotional sometimes, because I just feel like it's time for me to just talk, you know. I like talking. I can talk the whole day, even to myself. And guys, for 4 weeks I've not been sleeping. On Monday I slept for only like 2 hours. Then I just woke up all of a sudden, and I was not able to sleep again. So let me put my phone here so that I can speak comfortably. You have to bear with me, okay? This place is quite messy. Don't worry. Yeah, so I've not been sleeping for 4 weeks. And I've been wondering what is wrong with me. I've done so many research. Like the person I am, I'm always like, when I'm having a question in my mind, straight to my Snapchat AI, straight to ChatGPT, straight to Google. Like, I don't know, I'm just that person. And I think I don't have an answer according to all those search that I've found. None of those answered my questions. I instead found an answer for my own self in my own self. So for 4 weeks I've been unable to sleep. And when I walk out here, I don't look sleepy. I don't look like somebody who is deprived from sleep. I don't look like somebody who is tired. Even though my places of sleep nowadays is in the bus or when I'm at work. Like when I'm at work, I can literally feel sleepy, but I never sleep. But when I am in the bus, I sleep a lot. And sometimes I keep being taken to places I'm not even going because I sleep. So after a long search of 4 weeks to understand what is really wrong with me, I think this is what I sort of understand. Today I was writing down, it's my novel. I was given by one of my students. Yeah, so I've been writing down to understand what is wrong. And after all this writing down, I still didn't get an answer, guys. I didn't get an answer. I'll share with you the things I wrote if I find time. It's a lot of things. Yeah, I didn't get an answer. So I started to pray. I think some few hours ago, and I finally think I have an answer, or maybe close to the answer. I told myself I need to pray. I need to manifest. I need to do something. I just need to do something grounding, something productive. And also, if I find more time, I can also still create videos for you people. And I just want to share a little bit about my life this year, because I'm so grateful. Because when I wanted to record this video was supposed to be recorded for me saying how grateful I am with life, with the life I have right now, with the position I am in right now at my life. I'm just enjoying every single moment. And this only is something that I had to work on so hard to have this, to have that peace, and just self-love, and just embracing myself and just being me, it took me a lot, even though I've been doing that my entire life. But for the last 4 months, I think I was very strategic. I was very, very, very specific on what I really wanted. When this year began, I wrote down, I want to work on myself. I want to work on myself mentally. I want to work on myself emotionally. I want to work on myself on every bit. I just want to feel me. I want to feel myself, because last year was a very hard year for me. And I think after I lost my dad is when now things got more worse. Because the things were bad, but now that made it to just blow up. And so for me, I had written down 2024 has to be the best year now. Not that 2023 wasn't the year that I expected it to become. Or maybe because I was never wishing anything. I was just experiencing life the way it is. Instead of trying to do something, or I don't know, I was just letting life to take its own turn, which is still okay. But I was never praying for specific things. I was never focused on specific things. I was just lost in a way, I will say that. So when this year began, just like somebody who writes their year manifestos or something. So for me, every year I usually write down, and for most cases I usually get to achieve most of those things. So this year I wrote down, I just want to, first I wrote down, I want to change, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. That was the first thing I wrote down. The second thing I wrote down is I want to just be able to experience life. Find peace. Find the moment when you just feel calm no matter what is happening. Because I think for the first 24 years of my life, I've always been craving for that sort of stability of the mind and just a calm life. I don't know. I've always had this thing inside me telling me that. And I've always been looking for that. And I also wrote down all that, the things that I wanted. I just didn't know that that's going to even happen. I just didn't know that's going to happen. And I'm so grateful, alhamdulillah. Because, I was working in a particular school in Isili. I was teaching in a school this year. It looks like time has really gone for me. Sorry. So the beginning of this year, in January and in February, when I got this job, I was in a desperate position. I was in a desperate position to just find somewhere to at least hold myself, I just didn't have the knowledge that I have now. I just didn't have this me that I have now. I was lost. So I got this job. It wasn't paying as much money, not to be something or anything, but I'm just being real. And for me, it was a toxic environment for working. I'll say so because it was hard for me. It was so hard, guys. I used to cry nights and nights. And especially being somebody who was just grieving, not really healed, and then being able to be in such environment, it was so hard for me. And what really made it more worse for me is when the little kids, those little kids in international schools are different from the ones that we know, people like me, tumesoma mashule zenye ni ma police stations. Those kids are different. They talk to people like adults. They talk to you they converse. They converse with you. And they just tell you things the way they are, and they are very expressive. So there's two sides I'm going to share. The first side is the good side. These kids made me realize who I really was when I was a little child. Because I was like, okay, I remember being this little and talking, like very talkative and just some fun loving, and somebody who is a go-getter, somebody who is like, I gotta get that. And she goes and gets it. That's who I was when I was a child. So when I met these kids, I just felt like I'm seeing myself in people's bodies, those ambitious little kids. They will tell me what they want in life. They'll tell me what they want to achieve. They'll tell me the things they love, the things that I used to tell my teachers as well. And that thing really made me realize so much stuff. And I just remembered, oh, this is who I really was. And how did that go away? What really happened to that? And I just started to wonder, like, how can I find that self of me, like the person who I really was back? And I never even thought about it again. I forgot about it. That is the good side. The other side now, let's not call it bad. Let's just say the other side. These kids were pouring into me their deep personal home issues that I really didn't know how to help. And they were deep things, and most of them I was relating because they were telling me exactly the things I went through when I was a child their age. And sometimes I used to cry when they tell me those things. And I think from there is when I made a decision that I'm gonna leave that job no matter what happens, even if I'm not, I don't know, because I just felt like now I need to go back and restructure my life, because these kids have just shown me everything already. And I started to think of how am I going to like move away from this place, because the place is also not really good. Like, it's draining my mind, it's draining my whole entire self, because I was usually energy drained like all the time. So I started to think, what am I going to do after I quit this? Like, what am I going to do? I started to tell my colleagues. That was in January. I think I worked only for like 3 weeks, but I was already done after 3 weeks. I told my colleagues, now I'm going to quit. And they're like, no, don't quit, don't do that. You just came the other day. Some of them were there for a longer time. So they're wondering, what is wrong with her? Like, she just came, she wants to go, like, And after that, I think I started to be very ineffective person. Like, not really doing my work as supposed. I just started feeling drained, like the way like you feel drained when you wake up. That's how I used to be. And I started to even be late to work because I was tired. That's in February. I was tired. I was like, now at this point, I'm just going to come in, because we are supposed to report at 6, because I used to wake up at 4 a.m. guys, 4 a.m. because I have to prepare and I have to take the matatu and I have to do all those things so that I can be at work at 6. So when I was so tired, I started to report at 8:30. As long as I check the timetable, there is no class for me. 8:30. And I was tired. Guys, I've never done something like that before in my life. At this point, I wanted them to just tell me, we don't need you here, go. So that I can go. I don't know, it was weird. But it's crazy. These people just kept me around. And also, I'll say, I'll be very thankful for that, because if they could have, let's say, sacked me, maybe something like that, probably I wouldn't have rent for the months of February or something. So at least they kept me around. So, and I think after they were just tolerating how I was behaving, even though they were behaving worse than me, I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying some environments are toxic. And if you're that person who is so enthusiastic about your mental, emotional, physical well-being as me, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So I told myself, why are these people tolerating my bad behavior? Like, something is kind of weird about these people. So I said, I need to look for another job, because I cannot be working at a place where people are tolerating weird behaviors like mine. Like, you're wrong and you're wrong and no one is telling you. Okay. First time they sent me a letter to tell me, like, why are you late, blah blah, we'll sack you, blah blah. But me, I was like, it's the beginning now, let's just finish it. Like, I didn't say a word, I just read it and kept. I still have that letter, I'll read for you one day. I always keep things. So I started to think, this is a bad place, because people are treating me badly, like payments, blah blah, everything was crazy, everything was just out of hand. But you behave so strict while I'm here, not like doing what you expect, but you were keeping me around. That was very weird and very paradoxical for me. So for me, I was like, this is a weird sign. And I told myself that I need to go for that reason. And then for also the reason that I was telling you, mentally I was tired, mentally I was drained. I remember there's a time I just used to wake up and cry and say, why am I going to this place? Do I really need to go to this place? But I say, Alhamdulillah, because right now I'm not there anymore. I left there like in February. And I'm very grateful, because after that, things have been blowing. Like, I think from there for the last 4 months and the other month before the 4 months, though. This is August, so the 4 months before August. Because I always write down, this is the 4th month, this is the 5th month, this is the 4th month, the next month is the 5th month. So after I left that place and I started to work on myself, because I was having a lot of issues that time. And crazy is, I was stressed and depressed, but I had gained weight. People say they gain weight when they have like comfort, they are happy. For me, I usually gain weight when I am stressed. Like, I can gain tons and tons of weight when I'm stressed, because I binge eat, I lose self-confidence, I lose self-esteem, and all I do is just eat. I remember the beginning of this year, my fridge had a lot of sodas and a lot of snacks, but right now only water and fruits. So I used to eat so much, and I was big. I knew I was big. And how I knew I was big, I used to feel even like tired to like walk around. And even when I used to take the stairs, I used to breathe a lot. Like, I will breathe like non-stop. And then one time, the thing that really hit me, like, and I said, now I really need to work on my weight. One time I'm just seated in a matatu going to work, and somebody just tells me, we mama sijui nini. Hata sijui alisemanga nini. Mimi nilisikia tu we mama. And from there, it just hit me. Oh, am I this huge? I don't know. There's a way he addressed me, like a person who was like, I don't know. I just felt weird, or is it my insecurities that were eating me up? I can't know. So I felt bad. I think from there, I told myself, and I was actually, what also is my clothes were not fitting. Even the most favorite of my clothes was not fitting. And those are clothes I can't give away. I'm like, these are my clothes. I like them. I don't care if it's not fitting. So I started to think again, and I told myself, you really need to work on yourself. You need to start working on yourself. And I think the first thing I started doing is working in the morning. Like, I started to wake up early in the morning, like 6. 6 is too early for me. So I used to wake up at 6 in the morning, and then I go walk, just walk around and come back. And it happened like this for like a week. And then all of a sudden I thought, why am I walking? Can I just do like a run? Something like that. Even though I had done runs before when I was in college or campus, but now this was different. This was very different because it came with consistency. And I think from there I started also going to the gym, all those things, drinking water, blah 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 blah, eating fruits and vegetables, not eating breakfast. By the way, guys, I don't eat breakfast. It's so rare. So rare for me to eat breakfast. Yeah. And it's been a journey. I lost all over, like, how many? I lost like 11 kgs. Yeah, I lost like 11 kgs. And I'm just very grateful, guys. This video was supposed to be a video for me feeling grateful about my life, feeling grateful for you people as my supporters, and most of all, most importantly, feeling grateful that Allah has given me this life. And I'm just so happy, guys. I am just so happy. Like, I've never been this calm in my entire life. Because, guys, I told you I wrote down this year. Like, I need that. But this is what I think helped me, guys. The fact that I started to work on my past traumas and abusive situations that I suffered. I think that's what started helping me, because I started to gain self-confidence. I started to relearn myself. I started to, like, embrace who I really am as a person. And what people say about me or think about me stopped mattering again. It stopped completely. And I've been very happy. I've been so happy, guys. Because I just wake up every single day being grateful. And I'm always living for the moment. And those are the things I wrote for. Like, guys, manifest the things you want. And for a very long time in my life, sorry, I've never had that. I've never had that. And guys, this journey has not been an easy one. But there is nothing easy. Nothing is a walk in the park. We just have to figure out how we're going to cope, and manage. It's not been easy, but I'm happy that things are not as bad. And I'm a happy person. And I'm sure you guys love seeing these videos of me. And you enjoy watching. Because I enjoy my own videos. Let me tell you, crazy the number of times I listen to my videos. The number of times I listen to my own voice and my own self. I can't even count. Even in a day, I can't even count. Because I also have audios I record. So when I listen to any audios or music or Quran or whatever, they just come in the line, then I also listen to them. And they're very peaceful to me. To me, they are very peaceful. And this is just something that I have been working on. And something that I actually asked God for. And I received it. And it doesn't mean that I'm calm and peaceful and happy because life is so good. No, guys. Guys, I have had a better life. Especially last year, even though it was hard as well. But there was a part of last year that I was in a more financially stable position than right now. But guys, it's not about the money. That's something I also came to understand. It is not about the money. Once you have that in your mind, that's if you have that perception, your life will change. Your life will change for the better. Because I always had that belief, but I've never made it practical. The moment I made it practical is when things changed. For the last 4 months, I started to focus on my therapy. Even though I wasn't like 100% going consistently because of the lack of the funds. Of course, the capital, the money. So, because, therapy is expensive. What? If there's somebody who's trying to play with your mental health, kimbia, run away, guys, because therapy is very expensive. That's one thing I can tell you. But now I'm not going for now. I'm doing other things for now. I also read somewhere, and the text was saying that physical exercise actually helps to put, like, how do I say it? Remove the things that are in your heart that you keep to yourself. Because for me, I always believe that there's so many deep things about me that I've never told people, even a single individual. The fact that I'm a yapper, I'll talk so much, but not my personal issues. So these things were stuck in me for a very long time. And that's why most of the time, even if I had a lot of money, even if I had whatever it was, I was still not happy. Until I said, I really need to work on myself, figure out how am I going to feel this moment. And guys, I can tell you, this year has been great to me. I didn't know one time I'll come to say this. But for the last 4 months, from April, I think April, May, June, July, and August. Oh, this is the 5th month. For the last 5 months, because this one is ending. For the last 5 months, I've experienced peace. You know, peace, the peace that somebody talked about in they talk about out there, peace, 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 and unity, peace, whatever. I was always craving for that, and I think this year I found it. And this peace has taught me that life is beautiful as it is, and I should not judge any situation, be it the current life I am in or the situation I get myself into. I shouldn't judge anything. I shouldn't judge people. I shouldn't, though I've never done that, I shouldn't just be hard on myself. And I have to experience moments. I have to allow myself to experience moments, because these moments are not going to be there forever. Because this is the 28th of August. I'm not really sure that we can ever experience. Why am I saying I'm not really sure? This is never going to come back. We are never going to have 28th of August of 2024. And that's why, for me, every moment I take the moment. I take the moment. I take the moment and use the moment. And for the last 5 months, it's always been easy for me to do things. I've never had the period of my life where I do things I wanted to do and do them consistently. I've always planned and planned and planned and planned and planned and planned and procrastinated forever, until that time ends. Then I'll come and say, oh, I wish I could start, but I'll start next year, but I'll start next month, but I'll start after a few days. Can I start on Monday? I think Monday is a good day, yeah? So Monday, yeah. So that at the beginning of the week, that's when I'll start. And that's something I already overcame. Like right now, when I say I want, even right now, it's in the middle of the night. When I say I want to work out, I start right now. There is no tomorrow. Or whatever is it. Even if I tell myself that I want to read, I'll start reading. And guys, there's something I need to show you. I just bought this book. Before I forget, I'll come to give you a review. I don't know if you know this guy. His name is Jay Sherry. He inspires me so much, I'll say. So I found his book today in town. I've been looking for it for a very long time. So when I found it, I said, even if I have the 100 shillings or whatever, you know, knowledge is better than food or whatever, even though food is more important also. So I said I'll get his book. So this is it. You can get it also so that you can come and give the review with me. I hope it's as beautiful as his posts that I see online. Yeah, So today I gifted myself this. I haven't started reading it, but I have a feeling it's just going to work. I don't know how I can do. It's just gonna spin things around for me. And guys, I'm so grateful for you being part of this journey. Let's grow together. Let's help each other. If you have ideas, comments. If you have things you want me to talk about, because I am so open to talking about anything at this point of my life. I'm just living the moment. And guys, I have never had a period of my life where I consistently do something. I'm still even shocked myself. I remember I one time went to the gym for 2 weeks, morning and evening. Yes, you don't know what I'm talking about. And after the 2 weeks, I just sat myself down and I said, I don't know who you are. Like, I told myself, I don't know who I am. I was like, I don't know this girl. I've never met her before. She's a whole different version. Because how will somebody go to the gym for like morning and evening for 2 weeks consistently for the And I think that's when I realized that, wow, I have really changed a lot. I'm not the same person I used to be. I'm not the same person who procrastinates. I'm not the same person who forwards everything forward, or I'm not the same person who finds somebody to blame or something to blame, because I suffered that so much. And it's very okay. It's very okay. Yeah. And another recommendation, guys, I'm just here as your pal, reading pal buddy or something. I don't know how I can put it. I have this book also. I do recommend you to read this book. Don't borrow mine, because mine I have to repeat like 20 times. This book has done so much to my life. So read it also. Atomic Habits by James Clear. That's the one I read twice, and I'm reading the third time. I have to read it the third time, then I read the other one. Yeah. The only thing I can tell you is just be yourself. Be who you are. Because for me, being who I am has really made me make so many moves, so many progress. Even in the most little of things that I didn't know there are things I could do. You know, for a moment, when I started to say I want to lose weight, I want to start going to the gym, I want to do all those things, I had never even I just got one single person. Most of the people around me were telling me that's not possible. You think losing weight is that easy? You think you can actually lose weight? You think it's and being someone who has suffered self-doubt, and somebody tells you such things, they crush you down. Like, you go back to zero. If you had 1%, you go back to zero. Now you start again, or you never start. So it crushed me down. But the time when I was jobless and in the house, I said, now it's time for me to do anything that I can do. So I think that's the time I started to work out. Sometimes some moments are bad for you, not because they are bad. I don't know how I can explain this, but just know that your downfall can be your success. Because I've had moments that were really bad, and how I came out, I don't know. And I'm a big believer that everyone has it rough, because life is giving you everything. You expect sweets, rainbows, and butterflies. That's not happening. Of course, they'll be there, but you'll also have to get the rocks and the caterpillars and all those things, sticks and whatever. You have to get everything. You cannot just get butterflies only. And once I had that perception, but life is as beautiful as it is, things are as good as they are, I never stopped to be very thankful. I never stopped to be careful. I never stopped. So I think that's why consistent and all those things, and focusing on me reading. Hey, also, When I started reading, guys, it was not easy. I will read, sleep, I will read. Because, I just like started reading after I stopped reading since 2018. And then I'm coming here in 2024 to read. It's kind of weird. Yeah, so it was still difficult. But I can say it's getting better every single day. Because I am telling myself every single morning, read 2 pages, read 3 pages. And now I'm finding myself read even 6, 5, 7, just happening. Because I'm like going in deeper. I'm like, I have to know. So I get myself reading like 10 pages. Even though I have a busy life as well. I have a very busy life, guys. Sometimes I just wonder, who is this girl? Yeah. Thank you for being part of my journey. And thanks for watching till the end. And I am so happy that I'm just being out here to talk to people. Let's talk. Like, whatever you think you're learning, take a piece of paper, write. Yeah, anything, just because that's what I do when I watch other creators. I just write down the things that I learn from them, because we are meant to teach each other something. Whatever I know, you don't know. Whatever you know, I don't know. And that's the thing. So let's teach each other something at least. And don't forget to share this with your friends, with your family, anyone that you feel like should see this, your cousins, your favorite friends, besties, whatever. Yeah. And I really hope that you stay true to yourself. I think for me, that's the rule for me. Staying true to me has been something that has really stood out for the most part of my life. I rarely have the energy to pretend, fake. It's just who I am. Like, yeah, you like it, crown it. You don't like it, leave it. So, and it's so good that I realized when I'm this old that is a blessing. Back then I used to struggle so much to fit in, but it's so normal. After reading this book, I understood all those things. You need to read this book. How we get to become what we are because of the environment, because of the people who are around us, not because we choose to. But once we realize that we can change, we can do better. So this is what this guy argues, and I personally agree 100%, because that's been my life. Like, this is a human life. We're sharing things. It's almost similar. Differences is the where you come from, your parents, maybe like we are just like living the same life, just a different maybe experience, but the whole theme, or like how we can explain it, is the same. We all go through all those things. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.